Today's Spotlight is brought to you in part by presenting sponsor, Busey Bank. Busey, your dream, our promise. If you're just tuning in, you're watching Spotlight. I'm your host, Jane Wernette, and joining me now from 100 Women Who Care are Carolyn and Palma. So welcome to the set.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Oh, we're excited to talk about this. I love this topic. And I'm going to start out with you, Carolyn. Explain to us what 100 Women That Care is all about. I know it's a giving circle, but give us a little bit more on that.
Okay, so 100 Women Who Care is a quarterly meeting, and we are the Naperville chapter, so it's about 100 plus women who get together monthly to try and support local charities. So each quarter we meet 4 times a year, and folks get to come and nominate a charity that they're interested in, tell us a little bit about it, and then all of the members vote. We donate $100 per member each meeting, so we get to help an organization get now around like $13,000 4 times a year.
That's amazing. I mean, what a great idea, because when you sit back and you look at that, I mean, you know, most people would maybe donate that amount of money. This is an opportunity for people to kind of promote causes that they care about, right? Yeah. And then that all gets collectively pooled. That's a wonderful,
and when
wonderful
you
idea.
all jump in together and everyone support the same cause, then you're dropping a nice big chunk of money on a local charity.
Yeah, $13,000 is a very nice, a very nice chunk of change. Yeah. So, Palma, talk a little bit about the Naperville chapter and a little bit of its history.
Sure. Well, 100 Women Who Care, the first chapter was formed in Michigan in 2007. I don't think the woman who she's passed away now, but I don't think the woman who started that chapter had any idea what was going to happen. But so her sister-in-law, I think, was, I don't know, somebody on the board started a chapter in DuPage County. That was the second chapter, and there were a couple more chapters. And I was a member of the chapter in DuPage County and resigned because it was just too far to drive. You know, I had kids at the time at home. And so I said, oh, maybe I'll just start a chapter in Naperville. And she's like, okay, well, here's what you do. And she started, so she got me. I'm like, okay, I'm doing it. So we started in 2009 in February. So we were the 5th chapter in the world, and now there's over 600. There's 650 chapters.
That's amazing. That's a tremendous amount of growth. But I think it goes back to it's such a simple concept.
It's so simple. It's so simple. I mean, I keep a spreadsheet and a list of email addresses, and I just keep track of who paid.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, and I like the fact when you talked about it, Carolyn, that, you know, you come together once a quarter. I would imagine there's 100 plus women. There's going to be a definite amount of social that occurs with that. You're breaking bread over a meal, so you have that opportunity to maybe make some new friends and get to know other people. And you're also learning about a new organization when people are nominating stuff, right?
That's key.
Yeah. Now, Carolyn, you work for 360 Youth Services, right? And you were a recent recipient. So talk a little bit about that.
Yes. Well, and so I actually joined the meetings because Palma and I have known each other for a long time, and she said, you know, I really think you should be there. And I loved the concept. And I also, again, have a passion for the organizations that I work with and a lot of the other nonprofits in the area. So I, at the past meeting, said, like, I want to talk about the organization I care about, the transitional housing programs at 360 Youth Services, which is what I run. And it was amazing. We now, you know, getting a check for $13,000, maybe $400 unexpected can really help a lot of the young people kind of meet some of the gaps in services that we just wouldn't be able to provide. Yeah. So, I mean, it was very magical to call and text everyone and say, guess what I just did in 30 minutes time. You can make a big difference. And then, yes, we get to hear about other organizations that are happening. So I said, oh, I didn't know that Community Career Center did that. Or I found out about a foster organization for animals for people who can't take care of their pets right now. So we get to learn about what other places are in Naperville and in the surrounding area and how we can impact them even if they aren't the recipient.
Yeah, so. That's wonderful. And I do think it's that whole idea, right, of a little bit, but when you pool it, it becomes a lot. And I know, you know, particularly in cases like 360 Youth Services where, you know, grant funding and federal funding and all of that is very hard to come by now. A sudden $13,000 is
and it's
a
unrestricted.
Nice
you know, there's no rules about how it has to be spent or anything. We just
hand it over.
ask you to tell us how you spend it. That's what we want to know.
Yeah, no, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. So, Palma, I know you've got kind of a big anniversary coming up because you kind of mentioned when you were founding it.
Right.
So let's talk about the 10-year.
So, 2019 is our 10-year. I mean, we have had 40 meetings, and so we've gathered just the Naperville chapter over $410,000. For local charities. Loaves and Fishes has been a recipient, Little Friends has been a recipient. I mean, there's 40 of them, so I'm not going to list them all. But we've kind of become an institution. And then when I talk about 100 Women Now, people have heard about it, which is great, But yeah, we're going to have our 10-year celebration on February 19th, which is our next meeting at Super Rosa Restaurant. They've been so good to us for 10 years. They have given us the space to have our meeting. And then after the meetings are 1 hour, so we don't mess around. You come right after work. 5:30 is our meeting. You come, we do the business, and we're done at 6:30 always.
Okay.
And then whoever wants to stays after dinner, and we usually have a table of 12 or 15 people who just want to have dinner, and so that's good for Super Rosa, I guess, because they keep inviting us back.
Yeah, very nice. Well, and they're doing their part for the community,
yes,
right?
But they're very generous to us. They're very good, and they never hesitate to give us a room. So
okay,
yeah.
So you're going to be celebrating at the luncheon.
on Tuesday, February 19th, will be our 10-year anniversary. We're going to have a little celebration, but we're still going to get out in an hour. It's going to be an hour.
Yeah, even though we're celebrating, 60 minutes is
we do not go over.
I love
That's
that.
important.
It is important.
Yeah.
Time is money, and people's time is valuable.
Yeah.
So that's nice. That's good. Carolyn, as we're sort of wrapping up, talk a little bit about how can other women who might be interested in it, because now it's 100 plus, so we don't have to worry about whether we're on the 100. We can be the 139th person, right? How do we get involved? What's the process?
Well, you just need to show up. Look us up on our website, and if you need a reminder, we're happy to get your email address and send you out a reminder. But just have a passion. We ask that people to commit for a year, but you can come check out a meeting. You don't have to commit to joining. But I think for me, again, like being a younger person, I feel really excited to give back to the community that I grew up in, and again, make a big impact by not a whole lot of work on my end, and then getting to connect with other neighbors and friends, that maybe you don't see as often. So I recommend it, and we're really trying to grow our younger membership as well. So I encourage everybody to check it out.
Yeah, and I would think it would really fit into a younger person's, from what I understand they're very philanthropic. There's no doubt about the next generation is very philanthropic, but time is important, and they like things to be timely.
And they don't have to write a check. We will take money any way you can get it.
I donate online.
Okay, I like it. So we're evolving in how we hand over the money, so that's wonderful. Well, listen, thank you so much for coming on and sharing all that you're doing. Congratulations to 360 on being a recipient. And I know the folks in the transitional housing program will certainly see and make great benefit of that. So thank you.
Thank you.
If you would like to learn more about 100 Women Who Care, please go and visit their website. We're going to take a quick break, but don't go away. We're coming right back with more Spotlight.